So after my last Leica M11 video, you can obviously guess why everybody is asking, why would you stay with a camera that you're literally having your fifth copy sent to you? Long time ago, I was asked by a company to switch over to their camera, and it was a new flagship camera. It was like absolutely a big leap in their system. It was a major, I'm just not mentioning them, and I said, yeah, I'll try it. So they sent me the camera body and 5 or 6 of their lenses to try, because I was with Nikon for so many years. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So they sent it to me, and I remember I took one of the lenses out of the box and the camera and tried it, and nothing was in focus. And they said, maybe there's a hiccup with the camera, so send that back to us and we'll send you another one. 3 bodies later, I got one that was closer. But then all these new lenses that they had, which they were all new, were all bad out of the box. And I'll never forget that. I just kept thinking, how could you do a flagship like this and have it not work? New technology into this small camera body, the M11, is a feat in itself. And, I know a lot of people don't understand, why you spend this much on a manual camera body that does nothing, but it does everything. It allows me to be a photographer. I'm not a digital artist in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a photographer. I want to shoot. I want the image, light touch up, whatever. But I don't manipulate to the point where I become a digital artist. And, not that there's anything wrong with the camera I'm shooting on, the Nikon Z6 II or the Canon R5 that I've had and the Sonys. They're great pieces of equipment. But for me, they're more like shooting a computer than shooting a camera. And the lack of attention you need to detail with these type cameras, because they do so much so well for you, doesn't make me feel like I'm a photographer. When I pick up an M11 or an M period, I have to focus it. I have to think. I have to use my head. I have to be creative. I have to be in the moment to shoot. And that to me is photography. And that's why I stay with it. As far as the M11, I know they had some hiccups and they don't want to admit the hiccups. Whatever they were, doesn't matter to me. It's the company that stands behind their equipment and says, we're going to take care of this for you, period. And they do. Because, there is issues with the way I shoot on an M11 versus everybody else. A lot of people pick up an M camera, whether it's an M10, M11, M9, doesn't matter. They're casual shooters, or they don't shoot professionally at the level I shoot. You have to remember that I shot the M11 exclusively for every job I've had. And I do it at a pace which the camera hasn't been put through before. So given the fact that I've gone through 4 bodies is not the real issue here. The real issue is, it gives them the chance to fix what needs to be fixed on a new body and new technology that has never been in an M before. Now, I don't know if it's, if it's a heat issue or if it's a chip issue or whatever it is. My experience with Leica so far has been, if it's broke, we'll take care of it, period. Don't worry about it. It'll be taken care of. And I can see, 10 years from ago or 20 years ago, I would have been just losing my mind at this point. But I'm at an age now where I think, shit happens, and you just have to deal with it. But, because I have the Q2, but in studio, I had a quick shoot, and it was not a paid shoot. It was just something for the salon next door. They said, hey, could you take some pictures of this girl's hair that we just did? And I'm like, absolutely. So she came in the studio, and I shot the the Nikon. Now, I always loved Nikon color science. But, you know, I come in here, shot natural light photos, and I pulled them up on the computer, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to go through this color correction. Because I'm so used to the M body's color, which to me is, you know, as close to my perfect as you can get. It was absolute torture for me, having to color correct these images. It was painful. And you wouldn't have noticed it unless you came from one camera to the next, if that makes sense. I had a gentleman in here the other day, a photographer from the area. He just comes in for pep talks and helpful information, whatever you want to call it, mentoring. And, you know, he shoots the Sony. He's like, you know, I love it. I love the color science. And he shoots the A7 III, which I thought was the worst color science I've ever seen in my life. But for him, he's so used to it, so used to the workflow. It's perfect for him. You know, it just doesn't bother him. And that's, you know, it's a matter of taste, and it's a matter of getting used to something and knowing what to do with it. You know, then I see files from the A1 and I think they're brilliant. I think the color science was leaps and bounds above older cameras. But anyway, getting back on the subject, you know, I stay with the Leica M because I love the concept. I love the theory. I love shooting with it. I enjoy the creation of images with it. And me having to work for my supper, if you will. Anyway, so yes, I sent it off to Leica. I presume they will take care of it rather quickly, as they always have, and I'll get back to shooting as normal. But yeah, I'm staying with Leica because I love the company, and because if there's a hiccup, I'm not going to dump a company or jump ship. You know, for an issue. You know, I don't give a shit if it's 1 or 2 or 3. It doesn't matter to me. Now, on the positive side, this is their 5th generation digital Leica, and this will be my 5th body. So I'm hoping there's a little, you know, voodoo there, you know, of it all coming into play, and everything happens for a reason. So, and hopefully, you know, the constant shooting and the breakdowns that I have endured, that they have the cameras to check and find out what exactly happened, helps future models and future models of the M11 get fixed and taken care of, and we move on from here, and everybody gets a better camera because of it. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, thank you so much for the comments on the last one and the well wishes. I do appreciate it, but don't stress over little things. You know, it's a camera. It'll be fixed, and the sun's going to come up tomorrow, so there's nothing to worry about. And as soon as I get the new one in, maybe I'll do an unboxing, because I've never done one before. You know, I'm really good at unboxing like M11s now. So anyway, thanks again for watching.